Killian, what do you guys think of all this? You guys have been pretty quiet. What do you two think of all this ruckus
They
that has
just said
started this
what I
morning?
think about it.
I think at this point we should probably continue on with what we've been doing. From this vantage point, there is not much you can do to help your ship. Let us, at this
Aside
point,
from going with Captain Tiniel here and actually engaging the damned orcs, but yes, Killian, I don't want to
There's
rile
no
the
need for
captain
that
any
now.
more than
They left 10
necessary.
minutes ago.
well, the other thing I'm thinking about is currently he's the only one that can translate for us.
Right. Well, I've come to understand that these chaps speak a little bit of the common tongue.
But he speaks
I'm
theirs.
sure we'll manage. But yes,
Negotiations
the
could go
captain's
a lot
company
smoother.
is very welcome. Yes, yes.
The negotiations could go
Captain, I
much
don't mean to
smoother
downplay your role in our
with
little
the
adventures
captain
here, but
at our disposal.
I know that the situation sounds quite dire at sea.
I tell you one thing. Whenever I get back in charge of this armada, we're gonna shut it down.
Right.
We're gonna shut the Orc Lord down.
Right. It
Right
sounds,
after you push Crispy Pete overboard.
a bit more immediate threat than Krakens, it sounds like, Captain.
I say we need to go meet with the Sahagwin as soon as possible.
Very well, okay. All right. You seem to have shunted it to the back of your mind, so I'm not going to dwell on it myself. Let us be off and try and locate this Sahagwin village. I pull the map out and Cap, you've had a little bit of perusal of this map. Which is our best direction to head off in? So he points
Here,
the right way.
let me take a look.
All right.
And
There
I'll
you
look at
go.
the, I'll,
hand
I'll
you
look
the
at the
map.
map and quickly try to discern where we need to go and at a pretty fast pace start moving off because Captain Tom is on tilt right now from that news.
Yeah, give me a wisdom check. Actually, give me a wisdom check, Captain Tom. Just a plain wisdom check, nothing else involved.
Okay.
I'm going to stop off at Home the Crackles on the way out of town, Dave, and pick me up a couple of torches. It seems my fellows here are rather over-fond of delving into deep, dark, damp places. I want to be prepared next time.
11 on that.
Yeah, you're definitely shaken, Captain Tom. You are, especially, thank goodness that you're not suffering from the white ghost shivers. Because there possibly could have been some other kind of lingering effect. But you're definitely in distraught, and you are seriously worried about not only the remaining members of the crew of the Emerald Queen, but the ship. And actually, in the back of your mind, you're kind of worried about your standings as well, and especially as the Archmage starts to get these reports in from Captain Nathaniel Tennille. So yeah, you're actually in a bit of dismay, Captain.
You don't have to tell me that. I know.
I see the captain stumbling about here. I try and support him. I put my hand on his shoulder. Steady, man. Steady, man.
Steady the ship, sir. Steady the ship. Oh, steady your peg leg.
Right.
Okay, so you guys are going to head out north of the wall. And, as you guys are heading out, Mordecai is with you as well. There's a lot of jungle air. It is a jungle out there, literally. Now I'm going to get some real quick.
Dave, I'm going to add several rations and some torches to my list. Just give me a vague figure, and I'll
Sure.
I'll deduct it from my...
Just couple silver.
Okay, all right.
How many torches are you taking, and are they the 1 hour or 6 minute
We're just
torches?
grabbing the old basic torch there, Killian.
The 1 hour torches are 1 gold piece apiece. The 6 minute torches are a silver apiece.
I'm going to take the 1 hour torch. 6 minutes is not enough time for me to do my business. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Alright, so as you
And
guys
it looks
are...
like...
Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, it looks like the rations are 25 silver per 5 days.
Come on, then.
All
We've got
right,
there is a general goods tab on these character sheets, dude.
okay, all right, Killian. I'm just playing it by ear here.
We've got to quit messing around buying
Quite
torches and rations.
fastidious.
Let's get out there to the Sahagwas.
Captain, we don't know how long we're going to be in this jungle and mess. I'm going to be prepared for once. You
It
guys?
doesn't matter how long we're in the jungle.
Well, I assume you're familiar with hunting and trapping. I mean, I don't want to starve to death, Captain. I don't love you that much, man.
I will take care of you in the jungle. We've just got to get there.
All right, I'll buy the stuff regardless of the captain's protestations.
All right. So, welcome back, Mordecai. Hope everything's all right, man. Sorry to hear about that, man.
Thank you, guys.
If you need to take off, man, go for it.
No, ain't nothing I can do, dude. They're down south of Atlanta.
Well, sorry to hear, man. Well, you did notice, Mordecai. I did a perception check for you back at the farmstead at Jeremiah's. You actually noticed Vance slyly slipping Martha the Halfling a note. You actually noticed this. Now, we'll kind of like pause the game because you guys are fixing to head out to meet the Sahagwan, but a couple things have happened. So, and I'll kind of get you caught up really quick. First off is you're back to level 2 for your White Ghost Shivers because I did your Constitution roll, and everybody failed it except for Captain Tom. So everybody's back to level 2. Yeah, I know. So not only do you have the White Ghost Shivers at stage 2 again, but the next morning, Captain Tom was greeted by Captain Tennille, which is Captain Nathaniel Tennille of the Proud Mary, which was the ship that several months back ran aground, ran a rock here on the eastern side of the island of Omen. Well,
Mordecai, it's bad news. It's
yes,
terrible,
please, Captain.
terrible news. I received word from Captain Nathaniel, and he handed me several letters that were distress calls from my ship.
Yeah, let me get those out for you, Captain. I'll get those out for you really quick. I know you want to see him. I'm sorry, Captain. So you can show Mordecai, because he did leave these with you.
Not exactly love notes, Captain.
The first one basically said, Crispy Pete had engaged the orc ships and had heavily damaged one of them. The Emerald Queen hadn't taken much fire, but the orcs were far better trained than we were used to. Which I thought, oh, well, good for Crispy Pete. I'm glad that he's fending off the orcs. Then, however, I received a second note, also from Crispy Pete. The second note said, we're in dire need of you, Captain. We've taken heavy fire. We have serious losses. A large portion of the crew is pumping water out of the ship. The orcs have flanked us, and we need your help. So the situation seems rather dire. Captain Nathaniel has taken his ship and his crew, and they are going to search for the Emerald Queen to try to save it. But I told him that if the Emerald Queen is truly lost, then we've lost far more than a ship. And if it is lost, I will have to leave you here to take care of your adventure on this island and go back and take back control of the fleet. Because the Orc Lord is making serious advances if he's able to take out the Emerald Queen, even if it's not under my command.
I do understand, Captain. That's very dire. But given my experience in knowing how orcs like to sail, once we're done here in this quest and this Vard that we're doing here in the Isle of Omen and we get done with our mapping, I'm sure that we might be able to arrange to go and help you hunt down these orc bastards.
Oh,
we're going to take them all down.
We're going to pull their
last one of
testicles
them
out through their eye sockets.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. You seem rather excited about this, Mordecai. You still have grudges against Crud the Stinky, I assume.
No grudges.
All right. You settled that one, didn't you, chap?
A harpoon through his chest relieves a lot of grudges.
Right.
The most important thing right now is that we've got to meet with these Sahagwan and find out what's going on, so I can get off this island and back on my ship.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get down to business.
Well, Vance decided he needed to buy some torches.
I did. I have my torches right here. I produced the torches. There's my damned torches. I'm ready to go, man.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and buy 3 or 4 of those, too.
Actually,
What are you doing,
Mordecai
Mordecai?
wants to shop. You want to buy a
Mordecai,
dress for that terror of yours down there at Lottie's? Go on, Captain.
We don't have time for this.
Agnes takes out her pipe and lights it. Says, Jesus, these boys remind me of my second husband.
Oh, dear.
Captain Tom's all riled up.
Testicle talk.
Yeah, he's a little feisty.
The captain will...
was found with
What does
his
Wilbur
head
think
cut
about
off
all
and-
this?
Agnes, what are you saying over there?
Second husband, found with his
She's a
head
murderer.
cut off, and
Oh.
nobody
Whoa.
said that.
Oh.
The captain's gonna take his eye patch that he doesn't need. He's gonna take that eye patch and sling it over his eye and look back at everybody and say, "We've got to get down to business."
And I see you brought your briefcase.
As you now took 50% of your eyesight away.
No, wait a minute, fellas. Hold on. Did this fair dwarvish maiden just say something about cutting somebody's head off? What is all this about, Agnes?
My second husband, who was found at home one night. His
Found
head
at
cut off.
home.
Yeah, so I came home one evening after one of my trips. And
Right.
he had his head cut off and his,
How dreadful. I assume there wasn't any arguments or anything between you two. This was all above board, right, Agnes? Right, Agnes?
I hadn't been home for days.
Okay. Thank heavens. I can sleep well tonight.
The fact that he was a philanderer was his own business.
Right.
The whole time
How
they're-
benevolent of you.
that they're buying all these torches, I'm just reading over this map carefully to make sure I know exactly what I need to do.
You also noticed, Tom, while out you're Captain Tom, you also noticed that the rack of Tales of the High Seas, they're all gone. There's none on the shelves, as if someone has bought them, or maybe they're not just there anymore. Maybe they're out.
Say they're-
Sold out,
Maybe they got
Captain.
stolen.
You seem to be quite famous, Captain. All the copies are sold out. We'll fire up the presses again. Second run and all that.
Yes, he's going to do a book signing for the Omen stories. Now, can we get going?
We have
McCrackle.
another impatient one here. Let us be off. Vance is ready. Mordecai, did you get those torches, fellow?
Yep, I'm ready.
Let us be
McCrackle,
off
did you
into the
sell?
woods.
Did you sell more of my books?
No, sir, Captain. They're boxed up in the back.
Oh.
Why aren't they on the shelves?
Well, Captain, I'm sorry, but we were told by the Armada office to pull them off of the shelf.
Ooh, seems to be some sort of embargo on the captain's Tales of the High Seas.
Blister, look at me.
Yes,
Who?
yes, Captain.
Who at the Armada office told you that?
That would be Wendy, sir.
Are they the Admiral of the Midland Armada?
No, sir, they are not.
Who is
She
the
is
Admiral
not.
of the Emerald Armada?
That would be you. That would be you, Admiral.
That's right. Get those books back on the shelves. I've got to go.
Yes, Admiral. And
Captain, he was just in
salutes
such
you.
a hurry. But when it comes to peddling your little dime store romance novels of Tales of the High Seas and Kraken killing and whatnot, you seem to be rather down to business.
It's the only thing I have left.
There's always crab legs, man. Don't forget about that.
All right, let's go quickly.
You guys are unbelievable. I'm like fixing to have a heart attack over here.
It's, yeah, we're finally ready, Dave. We're done with our shopping.
Okay, to get back into where we were, you are heading out the north gate.
I cannot believe they took my books off the shelves.
Enough of that.
Just one more thing. One more thing.
All right. I kind of facepalm a little bit. All right. Well, out with it, man. Out with it.
Okay, so you guys are you're traveling. You know you have to walk through the thick, dense jungle for about an hour.
Right.
Now, as you're walking through the jungle, you can see lots of, there's lots of creatures, critters, monkeys flying throughout the trees, jumping from branch to branch. Lots of other large birds flying around. Several large animals, several boar. You see these traveling. They pay you no attention. They're just kind of off feeding, grazing, rooting, probably through big, large ant piles. Well, you start to come up to several areas that are just, looks like they're just bursting. It looks like they've burst through the ground. And it kind of looks like what happened. Tom, you kind of recognize in Mordecai that it looks like these are areas that have basically just protruded through the earth. And there's like a section of a mage tower. Like a broken mage tower. Nothing inside of it, just the walls of the tower. Several other runes, and these runes and towers that are poking up and buildings, they don't look like they belong there on the island. It looks like, from different types of architectures from around the Dragon Empire.
Does this architecture appear old? It's older. It's older though, right?
No, this is actually modern day type of architecture, masonry and construction and whatnot.
Dave, I would like to roll a perception check and see if I can tell where they might hail from. Would that be perception?
Give me a history check. I would say history check.
Okay.
I'm a bit of a fan of architecture, are you there, Mordecai?
No, just a globetrotter.
Cosmopolitan.
Right,
would you like
Sanders?
me to make one too, Dave? Being that I'm a dwarf.
Anybody would? Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Agnes, that this is definitely dwarvish architecture. Some of it.
Okay.
The mage tower is definitely of dwarvish architecture, dwarvish masonry, and this is probably from the area of probably around the Forge. I mean, this is hundreds and hundreds of miles away. Let's take a look at our
Would
map,
I recognize that, considering my character is from that area as well, around Glitterhagen?
Yeah, sure. As if Agnes is to say anything aloud, like "What in the hell is this doing here?" then yes, you would know for sure.
Okay.
Now,
All right. Well then, yeah, she does step up and say, this is definitely dwarven.
Remind you of home, dear?
Childhood, yes.
so you figure you are a total of, and the measurement should be about right. You're about this tower and all this other architecture and this tower and building and structures and ruins. For the dwarven, architecture to see is 500 plus miles away from where it probably should be, and that's crossing the Midland Sea onto the mainland. So how, what in the hell is going on here? Mordecai, you can actually tell several of the structures, they're probably from around, Glitterhagen. Or maybe another main city, maybe it's Horizon, or maybe even Axis.
I've seen architecture like this in and around Glitterhagen.
No, indeed.
Well, the Dwarf King's Empire is a little further away.
Yes. Huh. Very mysterious. Do we notice the signs of recent use or anything, Dave? Or is this totally abandoned?
Not of. Yeah. There's no signs of life. There's no.
Okay.
No corpses. Nothing like that of that nature. But
I'd
like I
still
said,
take note of that, Vance.
you're
Yeah,
probably
I'm gonna
able to
jot
determine
that
this
down.
is probably made maybe within the last 10, 15, 20 years. But the growth and the moss that's starting to accumulate on everything to give it that, the effect of looking like a rune is
Right.
probably maybe months old.
I had no such knowledge of there being another settlement on this island. How about you fellows? Have you heard of anything like this? I thought Gastron's Point was the only, quote, civilized, if I may use that term, in connection with Gastron's Point, but the only civilized place on the island.
Dave, can I roll a history check and see if this kind of phenomenon would be possibly associated with the living dungeons that I've
I
read
would
about?
love for you to do something like that. Absolutely. I was waiting for you to see if that
I
would
was kind of waiting
jar
for a
something in
lull
your
here
head.
in the conversation.
Killian's brawn has obviously migrated to his brain.
Absolutely, Killian. You think that this could possibly be the remains of something out of a, maybe something that happened with a living dungeon.
Ah.
Killian,
Killian, what do you make of this fellow?
This is quite troubling. This
Enough
type
with
of
your
phenomenon.
sighs and him and hawing, man. Out with it.
This type of phenomenon was listed in the texts on the living dungeon as possible signs of their activity.
Is this like it's poop?
Ooh, how quaint, Mordecai.
Actually,
It didn't say.
it could be. Yes, Killian. Yeah, it could be. Not poop per se, but just extra remnants that actually did not make it within the beast.
Like pieces that kind of break
Yeah,
off.
exactly.
Stuff that couldn't be used.
You
I
are
for this
later,
wouldn't,
growth,
right?
I
right?
wouldn't necessarily consider this waste. This is possibly something that broke off during one of its growth periods.
Ah.
I have no fear of this living dungeon.
Captain.
In this moment, that living dungeon should fear me.
Right. And don't take your anxieties out on the rest of us. We all don't want to die because you're losing your poor ship, man.
Let's make this as a landmark on the map that we're
Yes,
making.
yes. I'll jot it down. I'll ask the captain to approximate exactly where we are on this map.
Sounds good. So as you're traveling, the trail kind of veers off as and you start to go to the eastern coast. So as you get down to the eastern coast, you can see that there is a lot of wreckage on the shore. A lot of the wreckage is pushed up into where the sand ends and starts to go into like a grass type of foliage, and you can tell that this is probably where the Proud Mary was actually shipwrecked, Captain Tom, before it was brought, raised, and repaired and set back out to sea. So you can also, as you guys are looking around, you can see that there are several shallow graves also. It does say on these shallow grave markers, it does say member of the Proud Mary, killed by foul beast here on the island, probably the Sahawagans.
The captain, do you think this may be the site of old Dirty Cankle's plight with the old snake people or something? Do be on your guard, fellows. There could be snake people lurking about in the bushes around here.
Did you say Dirty Cankles?
Dirty Cackles, I'm sorry.
Dirty Cackles!
Right. Yes.
Yeah, so there's lots of wreckage. Some of it's still floating into the water as it just kind of pushes back up on the shore, gets sucked back down. Well, from what little tide is still left of the Midland Sea, like I said, you guys are looking around. You see several more of these coins that you found back, at Gastron's Point. So you find about another 10, 15 of these coins also.
I'm going to walk over to the graves and, not knowing whether or not they were done beforehand, I will perform burial rites for each of these sailors.
Okay. So as you go over and you start to, you get down on your knee and you pull out your, your holy symbol. Everyone starts to feel something shake, and everything is shaking all around you. The water starts to boil, and you look out to the water, and this water is boiling.
A kraken.
You can see that there is literally earth and rocks being pushed up out of the water, and it's forming, sort of like rock spires. And I'm not talking; these aren't land masses, but this is, and then you get another wave, another jolt of energy from the earth, and all of this earth is just being pushed, and the water is turning black from being, dirty and muck, and it just starts to settle down again. And now there's another piece of land that's attached itself to Omen.
Well, I think this solves the mystery of the expansion of the island, Captain. What?
It does.
What?
This, if I hadn't seen it firsthand, I would have never believed such things took place, man.
Yeah, I want everybody to give me dexterity checks, or if you have proficiency in any kind of like acrobatics, you can add that also.
Oh dear, Captain! Oh!
Vance goes down. You take no damage, Vance, but you as this is
fall
going
flat
on,
on my ass. It's quite embarrassing.
Oh yeah, Vance goes down. Captain Tom, you're right. You basically bury the Killian goes down. His plates melt. He was on one knee anyway, fixing to give last burial rites to these fallen seamen, and his armor's too much. He tries to get up, and he just timber. Agnes, you're okay. You're able to, you can keep yourself
being short helps.
Up on
Listen,
feet.
I do have a neg 1 to my dex, by the way.
Low center of gravity.
Okay,
Actually,
exactly.
Dave, I think I need the sound effect there. That was a 1.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
He fumbled that one.
This is what you get. It is a 1. I should have noticed that there was a red border around it. So after all of the, after all of the rocks crumbling, the trees are swaying, everybody's, Vance goes down, Killian goes down, everybody gets back up, and now you can see this new section of land that's, you could actually probably walk on this. It looks sturdy enough and stable enough to walk on it. And it goes out probably about 25-30 yards. And it just looks like a lot of earth and rubble and massive earthen rocks are just pushed up out of the ground. Where there was just water, mind you.
Right.
I think you might want to amend your map.
Yes, I'm working on this now, Agnes. That's what I was just doing here, as I dust the sand and everything off of me. Try and compose myself a bit.
How close are we to the Sahuagin village?
You're probably about another 10-15 minutes walk away. And in fact, you can see smoke, coming through the, a couple spots of the trees. You can see around the general location, you could see several plumes of smoke coming up.
We've got to head this way.
Give me a couple moments to issue these rites, and then we can continue.
Still praying, Killian. My God, man. They were sailors. They
Can't
probably
walk and pray
didn't
at the
believe in
same
anything
time.
but the damn Kraken God or whatever the captain worships.
Azim, it's time to redeem that vow. Get off your damn knees.
Don't
It'll only
insult
take me a couple minutes.
Saltbeard, guardian of the sea.
Saltbeard. Okay, Captain. You, a man of the world such as you, should be able to tolerate a jest here and there. I meant no disrespect.
Not knowing what icon they follow, or if they chose to follow a deity, I'll just issue just kind of non-denominational burial rites and kind of,
Okay, all right.
and it takes a couple minutes, and then we can continue on.
While they're doing this, Dave, I'm going to sneak off into bushes and powder my nose for a second. Do excuse me, I'm sorry.
No problem. Agnes, what
Does
do you
he have
think,
like the
Mordecai?
bladder of a 60-year-old?
Wow. That shot's fired. He's not even here to defend himself.
I'm gonna
I'll ask
direct
him when
this
he gets
direct
back.
this to the captain and
Just
to Agnes. I think it might be wise if we somehow made a mark of where this landmass stopped, and then we come back and check it again in a couple of days and see if anything else has come up and how much. That way we can monitor kind of the rate that the island's growing at.
I think that's a good idea,
Very
Mordecai.
nice.
Let's get to the village. I see their fires burning in the distance.
Yes, I think the camp is that way, Captain, yes.
Vance, do you have the bladder of a 60-year-old?
It's been 2 hours, Killian. I'm sitting here sipping on my drink, my drizzink, right steady, man. But yeah, the little groundswell we just experienced did me no good service as far as bladder related issues. You may very well piss your pants, but I have to go use the toilet like normal people, man.
He may have a bathroom inside of that plated armor that he's wearing, that heavy armor.
Right, in one of the spikes. Yes, I think I will invest in some sort of card piece with a water holder. or
The
something.
cap just folds.
But yes, what were we doing?
So, on to the
sorry
village.
to be off. Okay.
All right, so you guys are heading towards the smoke that you can see. It's not billowing, but it's it's coming up. Like probably a campfire, maybe a cooking pit off into the distance. It's a beautiful day out. Sun's directly overhead. It's midday, right about the time that you're supposed to be meeting the Sahawagwans. You guys remember the names?
Tick,
Tick,
tock,
tick.
zock.
It's
Talk-
Sears,
Talk, Zik, and
Sears and
Sit.
Zik are the ones we
Yep,
met in
exactly.
the store, I believe, Captain.
That is correct. Yes, those are the basically the council that makes all of the decisions for the peaceful faction of Sahawagan. And
But speaking somewhat jocularly, Captain, I believe any syllable followed by "k" would suffice for a name. They would all probably answer to such things. Dak, Bak, Zak, whatever. Yes. But
Well, Zach was the red leader.
but seriously, Sears and Zik. Yes, Zach is the one of
Cat.
the Reds, right?
KAKK CAC.
Cac. Okay.
CAC, not the other K word or C word you want to say. I seen you laughing, Vince.
No, are you talking about the Red leader? I thought it was Zach.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry.
it's CAC. KAKK.
All right. Not a problem. No. You do me disservice, man. I'm not so lewd as that. Yeah, so
I
we
mean,
approach the village then.
Yes, you
Yeah,
do.
I'll approach the
You
village.
guys are traveling. You guys are traveling through the village. Like I said, lots of small creatures, small, a lot. You see a lot of monkeys, and one seems like it's been following you around for a while, Captain Tom. Just a real small monkey seems to have been following you around. Kind of swings past you a couple times. Kind of reaches out and tries to grab your hat as you're walking through the forest, making noises, and so you get to a clearing. Right? Everybody gets to a clearing, and you see that on one side of you, to the north, there is a wooden type of fence that looks like it's surrounding a village. Then to the south, you also see another fence, and the area that you're in is basically cleared. You can see lots of small little tree stumps, none that are going to hinder your movement or nothing like that. But what you do see is in the middle of this area, you see a stone well in the middle of this area.
I'm gonna turn around and look at this monkey.
He favors Mordecai a bit, don't you think, around the eyes, Captain?
Yeah, the monkey's way up into the trees. You can't quite grab him. He's like I said, he's at the top of the tree, swinging in the vines. Cuckoo
Frame
and
of reference.
Kakong and what's that?
Frame of
Agnes?
reference. Are we thinking capuchin like?
What for the type of monkey?
Yeah.
spider monkey or
just,
something.
yeah, it's just like a little spider monkey. Really fast, agile little thing that's just swinging from the vines and doing flips. And there's a couple of them up there, and they're kind of tugging on each other and fighting. And one knocks one off and catches another vine or limb, and they're all just having fun. But they do try to grab the captain's hat several times.
I'll pull out a
blunderbuss.
No, not a blunder. A trail ration, something like a monkey biscuit, and hold it out.
Is that what you call them, Captain? On the Emerald Queen, is that what you call them, monkey biscuits?
Yes.
Okay.
It comes down. It takes your monkey biscuit, as you call it. It grabs your monkey biscuit, heads back up into the trees. You can see it sitting on a branch, trying to fend off the other small monkeys from eating it. So you guys are in this clearing, all right?
Mm-hmm.
This
whale here.
Yeah, everybody give me exactly. Everybody go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
I'm going to say to my fellows, this may be that whale we've heard stories of that they've been fighting over, but I have no knowledge of if the water is fit for consumption or not.
Oh yeah, everybody, you guys are you're all in agreement except for Mordecai. He thinks that it's on the other side of the island still.
Yes, it's this one right here, Mordecai.
Man, he fumbled. Holy crap!
Well, Mordecai knows that there are other wells on the island.
Right.
But
I want my music.
I would love to give you that. I would love to give you the crit fumble. Beautiful roll, bud. So yes, this is definitely the location of the well. Now, as you're all congregated around looking down at the well, it looks, there's no foul odor coming out of the well. There's, no... Yeah, you're wafting it. It's like a glass of wine. You're wafting it, and it smells clean. You can even there's a bucket. You can dip the bucket down, and the water tastes fresh. It doesn't have this foul, rancid taste or odor like most of the other wells that you've encountered. And as you were traveling throughout the jungle, you ran into a couple springs and wells. So yeah, all of this water is definitely still fresh.
Well, this type of thing right here will put our good fellow Sazu right out of business there, Cap. He won't be able to make any ends meet, so to speak, with his conjuring he does, or whatever.
I assume this is the well that is causing all the problems.
Right, I believe it is, Captain. Do you want to have a taste of this water here? Age before beauty and whatnot? And I pull up a bucket and present it to the captain.
Oh,
do partake.
I mean, I'll drink the water. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Prove it, man. Prove it.
I'll drink the water.
So you drink it. The water is ice cold. This is the coolest water that you've had in a long time, Captain Tom. Even cooler than ale stored in a keg in a dark place. I mean, the water is great, fantastic. No type of filth in it, no type of film on top, like all the other places that the other wells and natural springs.
Have these
I look over at Vance.
Yes, Captain.
I look over at Vance and act like I've been poisoned. I fall to the ground and choking and everything.
I get down, Captain. I gently slap his face a bit. Captain, stay with us, man.
Quick,
the water!
Give him a monkey
Don't
biscuit.
drink the water. It's
dear.
horrible.
Killian, I'm afraid you'll have to say more funeral rites today. I believe his god was some sort of... What was it, Captain? What was your god? Quick, man, quick, we have to
I'm just
present you
gonna
properly.
smack him in the face.
Saltbeard, yeah? Do you know any prayers to Saltbeard, Killian? If you do, get them prepared.
Here you go, Dave. I'm gonna roll the hit. I'm gonna haul back and just smack him in the face as hard as I can.
Oh, God.
Are you going to smack the captain, or are you going to?
I'm gonna smack the captain in the face.
Come out of it, man. All right, let's see what happens.
What are you doing, Mordecai?
Because the captain's floundering around. He's like choking and. Let's see if you hit him. You almost hit him.
Mordecai, he glances me with that, I suppose, since I'm on
We'll see
top
if
of
I
the
can.
cat.
We'll see if I
Piffle
can get him on
stick,
the
thank you very
backhand.
much for the follow.
Oh my
Piffle
God.
stick. So yeah, you miss him a couple times. The captain's floundering around quite a bit, and the captain asks you, "What the hell are you doing?" Basically.
And I'll stand back up and say, Vance, the water's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't know what you thought there was.
I didn't, Captain. I was merely trying to play a joke and see if you would indeed risk your life for us, man. You know, I know you've been thinking of your damn ship right here lately, but you do have companions here that think highly of you and count on you in a fight. I was going to see if you thought of us the same way. I'm glad you did. My confidence is fully restored in you. And I take a drink of water as well.
Whoever takes a drink from the well is refreshed, and especially the nearly hour and a half that you've been, trekking through this humid ass jungle. Your feet are sore, your legs are sore, everyone is winded, everyone is tired. It's a nice breather. Yeah. Everybody is refreshed. A couple of you, there's a log, in the middle, a couple logs that are stacked up on one another, and just as everyone starts to sit down, all of the brush around you explode, and nearly a dozen Sahuagin that are in these red garbs force themselves out of the shrub. We will roll initiative at the beginning of next week.
Oh dear.
You guys are in the middle of the two Sahuagin factions now, and we will roll initiative next week.
Damn it, Mordecai.
Shaggy Hat Mahdi, or whatever your name is. Thank you very much, man. Let's see if I can say this.
Good game,
for taking their water.
Yeah. We kind of intruded upon their
Mahdi,
territory.
thank you very much for the follow.
Yeah, good game, guys. Yeah.
So I appreciate you guys playing. I hope you guys had fun. I had a blast.
Yeah,
Captain.
very good.
You're man, Captain. What is going on with the Proud Mary? I mean, what's going on with the Emerald Queen, bud?
I know everything's falling out from under me now.
I thought the Proud Mary was supposed to keep on burning.
No, the Proud Mary. I mean, it's
Everything's coming up, Millhouse.
The ship is damaged and may sink. My books are not being sold under the command of the Midland Armada, which
you
very
seem to be
severe blow.
overly concerned about, to my thinking.
Yes.
Your tiny little sum you collect off of those book sales, I imagine, Captain.
We'll see what happens in the coming weeks, because if it doesn't get better, the captain's
Marge Wynn. It's like you were told by McCrackle, Marge Wynn over at the Midland Armada office.
Right.
Yeah, she was the one that had to sign Vance's papers for his shanty.
Right. Old Sazu had to get her to open the window or something in order to process my papers, my deed. Yeah. Yeah, it was good though. Good game, man.
So I'm gonna move you guys over real quick just to show you guys where you guys are at, where you folks are at.
All right.
This is the best jungle map that I could make, so I tried to get the most jungly trees as I could. So here's the well in the middle. The rocks, you guys can go ahead and set your tokens wherever you want right now. I was going to put you on there before, so everybody just go ahead and put your tokens wherever you want. But there's nearly a dozen Sahuagin that burst out of the bush all around you, and I will go ahead and I'll put those out now also. I'll just move them from the screen, from the DM.
Where are you, Agnes? Stay close, dear.
Resting my feet.
Okay.
Captain,
We still have the chance.
You and I got this.
Yeah, we've got this side under control.
All right.
For the Emerald Queen, right, Captain?
For the Emerald Queen.
So
at this point, anybody that gets in the captain's way is as good as dead. So,
Right. Yeah. You're a bit angry.
He's got his eye patch on. He can barely see, but he's furious.
Yeah, but he's not quite so angry that you can't play with monkeys and pretend you're dying of poison and such. Cat, he's still not quite as concerned with the Emerald Queen as one would think.
So yeah, there's a lot of these Sahuagin around. They have these, the same type of coral-tipped spears that you saw before. They're in red garb, lots of red paint, probably from some type of clay or something. And this is where we're going to end the game. And I thank you guys for playing. It was fun tonight. You guys learned a little bit, and the story will continue next week. So I guess everybody's going to be here next week. So.